Morning, everybody. Just give it half a minute for everyone to join. I'm on my phone, so due to some technical challenges, so apologies if it's a very zoomed in view of me. And the presentation, which Becca is kindly sharing, is very small on my screen. Hopefully you can see it. But we will get started. So nice to see you all. Thank you so much for joining. I'm Brad from easyJet Holidays. An official welcome to Team Orange. Hopefully you've enjoyed your morning so far, with lots of training and lots of information. We're going to spend the next 10 minutes chatting through easyJet Holidays and then take some Q&A at the end. So moving on to the next slide. Thanks, Becca. Obviously, we've had a really challenging 15 months, and we're all looking forward to simpler times. We see all sorts of reports on the news with planes flying out half empty and holiday resorts half empty, and all of us just want to be on a beach, lying, sipping something cold, enjoying a view like that. And hopefully some of you have been able to travel over the summer holidays as restrictions have lifted. If not, hopefully you've all got something to look forward to in the not too distant future. We just move across. Thanks, Becca. So for those of you who don't know, I'm Brad Bennett, Head of Distribution at easyJet Holidays, and my partner in crime is Adrian Marpole, Trade Distribution Manager, and we are your trade management team. So anything that you need support on or any escalations, please do not hesitate to get in touch. Next slide. So an overview. So easyJet Holidays, our destination network, Europe and North Africa, the company was established in November 2019, although part of easyJet, the airline, which is 25 years old, and we launched the trade in August 2020. Obviously we've just celebrated our 1-year anniversary, which is fantastic. Head office based in Luton, and really what we feature is 100 plus amazing cities and 500 beach resorts, largely Europe, a bit of North Africa, and a little bit of the Middle East with some flights into Israel. Next slide. Thank you. So I'm assuming all of you are spread all around the country. Our network is as per the screen. So Gatwick, our biggest base, was 70 aircraft based out of Gatwick with 114 routes. Next biggest is Bristol in the southwest, followed not too far behind is Manchester, Luton, and then up into Scotland, Edinburgh, Glasgow, and Belfast. And as we come out of this recovery, as we start moving out, we will see some new routes coming into the likes of Birmingham, hopefully Southend in the not too distant future, and we will develop new routes out of Scotland and more routes out of Belfast. So the recovery is in place, and we're growing our footprint as we move out of the pandemic. Moving on to the next slide. Thank you. So about our holidays, we offer a wide range of choice for you and your customers, 6,000 accommodation choices in total, favoured on the beach, so 3,750 hotels on the beach side of things, and then just under 2,300 for cities. We have an Italian lakes program, visiting the lakes. And from a quality perspective, all of our hotels are highly rated on TripAdvisor. You won't find many under a 4-star rating. If they are under 4-star, touching 3-star, it's a very well rated hotel, so all highly rated. But the key thing is choice. 130 million package options available on each given day, and that's because of our flying. You're not forced to 7, 10, or 14 nights. It's if there's a flight, you can take a holiday. Screen has disappeared. There we go, back. So thank you. About our holidays, the perfect holiday, flexible flights, hotels, transfers. Like I mentioned, the flexibility is there. If it's 2 nights or 42 nights, you can book that on our trade portal. And 23 kilograms of bags are included, and that's for children as well. So all you need from a perfect package holiday perspective. On to the next slide. Thank you, Becca. So what we feature from a holiday perspective, families, adults, Luxury. So a lot of people assume that because it's easyJet, it has to be budget and therefore 2 or 3 star. We have all the 5 stars that you'd expect from the across Europe. So do check us out for your 4 and 5 star hotel offerings as well. Undiscovered, what we mean by undiscovered is little hidden gems in cities, in unique beach destinations, and of course boutique, which is largely across our city program. Move on to the next slide. So how you make a booking, for those of you that haven't worked with us yet or yet to make a booking, our booking portal is to make and view bookings. It's very simple and easy to use, very intuitive. There is a lot of information on there from COVID related to imagery and content. There is a great amount of flexibility with filters, so you can filter by region. So it's in Crete, you can filter down by different region, 2 to 5 star, self-catering to all-inclusive, everything you'd expect really. There's training material. There's a digital trade magazine, which is purely over-branded for the trade, call to action for the trade, so you can download that, send that on to your customers. So a lot of information for you to use on the booking portal. On to the next slide, thanks. If you're not part of our Facebook group, obviously we're very much a digitally led proposition. So we supply you with a huge number of assets to entice your customers to get them to book an easyJet holiday with yourself. So do join the Facebook group and you can utilize those offers, those assets. On to the next, thanks, Becca. And then, like I said, on the Facebook page, that's where we tell everything. We let you know everything first. So whether it's commission uplifts, whether it's new routes, whether it's COVID commitments and flexible booking options, all that information is on the easyJet Holidays-Agents Facebook page. Thanks, Becca. And that is their easyJet Holidays-Agents. Do join us, and you'll get all the information first. So moving on from there. So I won't read through this slide in its entirety. What I wanted to point out is your customer's journey when booking with easyJet Holidays. So we are a digital proposition. We are different to our competitors, which is great. So obviously, when making the booking, we require you to enter your passenger details, including mobile number and email address. That's purely for operational reasons. For example, whether there's a traffic light change and we have to contact your customers if it's moved to red, or in-resort disasters. So that is really important, and you can't complete the booking without doing that. The other thing to point out is pre-travel documents. So documents are emailed to you and the customer 72 hours before they travel. That's sent out automatically. You are sent the email as well. In resort, there's a 24/7 UK team that looks after your customers. We don't have reps in resort. We obviously have DMC companies to support, but that differentiates us from our competitors. The other reason it's really important to enter the mobile number is because of the transfer times are sent to your customers for return by text message. Just to bear that in mind. Thank you, Becca. If we skip over this, please, as conscious of time, just move on to flexible booking conditions. What I wanted to highlight here is we've had huge flexibility during the COVID period. So our flexible booking conditions, particularly for COVID commitments, ran until the end of September. We've now extended that to the end of October, which for any amber destination allows your customers to amend right up until 24 hours before departure. So a great amount of flexibility there. Red destinations we don't operate to, but if they depart within 28 days, they're entitled to a full refund or a fee-free amendment. Thanks, Becca. And near their end, so I just wanted to highlight a current promo that we have out at the moment. This is exclusive to the trade right now, and that's £100 or £200 of package holidays. Minimum spend £700, you get £100 off, or minimum spend £2,000 and you get £200 off the holiday. As I say, currently exclusive to the trade. It goes live to the direct channel as of 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. It's still valid for the trade, and that runs up until the 14th of September. So that promo currently live for trade open to direct from tomorrow, and then both channels until the 14th of September. So if you're not taking advantage of that, please do. All the assets, all the information on our Facebook page. It's been sent out to your relative consortia. So absolutely make full use of that. It's a great sale and some good offers to be had. And the final slide for me before we take any questions on this whistle-stop tour is to just highlight our trade support team. So UK based in Sheffield. We have a team of 24, open 7 days a week, 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. So great, if you're a home worker, you've got evening support, you've got weekend support as well on a Sunday for those stores that are opening up. The teams deal with amendments, support, any bookings that you can't make online. You can contact that team. Groups as well. If it's they'll handle any group inquiry, so 9 passengers and above, and the contact details and relative emails are on the screen for trade support and group bookings as well. So I think that's it in a very whistle-stop tour. Really appreciate taking time, and I think I'm handing over to Pippa, if she's on, to take any questions.
Hello, hi Brad. That was great, thank you. Yeah, great to hear that the support centre's open on Sundays as well. That's quite unusual, isn't it? In our market to have the trade lines on a Sunday, so that is good news. One quick question from me. You outlined the different product collections that easyJet has got at the moment. Are some of those collections proving to be sort of even more popular through the trade than others? Where do you see the biggest opportunities for travel agents?
Yeah, so at the moment, what's really trending for trade is 4-star all-inclusive, and particularly families. So when we launched Summer 22, we had a promotion for free children and that really drove family business. And what we did, although the free kids promotion is not there, we've recosted all our holidays to make sure that the children we still as well priced as we were. So for example, on family holidays, 75 to 80% of the time we're cheaper than our competitors. So that's really driving 4-star all-inclusive families at the moment. If we look at from a winter perspective, the trade have been phenomenal at Iceland. That's a destination that is massively standing out for the trade and booking holidays to Iceland. Some of our packages are phenomenally well priced, and we have a great network to Iceland with really well-timed flights as well. So those are the two that jump out at me to speak about now.
And remind us how far into 2022 agents can book at the moment?
Yeah, so currently on sale till the end of October 2022, and I can't give anything too secret away, but very shortly we'll be releasing a new season in the not too distant future. So we'll have some new news soon.
Oh, exciting. Quick note from Jacqueline. She said she didn't get some of the details on your presentation slides because they weren't very big for her, but we will make sure that you get those downloads, Jacqueline, and you can flick through the PowerPoint presentation and get the answers. It was the contact details you needed for the agent line. That's fine. Very quick question from Daryl. You mentioned Southend will be back next year.
I said hopefully.
Hopefully, okay.
Yeah, so obviously during the pandemic, as everyone, we've had to cut things back and reduce things. Now, as we come out, we're working with the airline and the scheduling team to look at how we can bring routes back to certain bases. So we wouldn't necessarily be opening a UK base, but we can use what we call reverse flying. So it'll be a base in Europe, for example, that would fly into the UK. So the customer wouldn't know the difference, but we can then make sure we maximize and get some of those back. So fingers crossed, those routes and those airports that we had prior to COVID, we'll see coming back in the future. Yeah,
fingers crossed. That's great. Thanks so much, Brad. And Jacqueline, don't panic. We'll make sure you get what you need to enter the poll and to get in touch with the trade team there. Our next presentation begins any second now. That's over in Training Room 6 with Matthew from Fred Olsen. So you should get a notification to join me over in that room. But in the meantime, thanks so much, Brad. I'm glad you got the technology to work in the end. I'll speak to you again soon.
Bye.
Bye.